Hey, so yesterday I asked, why don't more Americans uh, want to travel? And this person right here, yeah, they hit the nail on the head. So hold on, let me adjust this real quick. I just got this new tripod and I'm loving it. So yeah. Um, but yeah, and I got a new mic. But anyways, let me get back on topic. I think the person hit the nail on the head there. And I told them that I talk about American exceptionalism in some of my YouTube videos. And so I just kind of wanted to make this one. And I'm going to throw it up on my other channel as well. But they're definitely right. American exceptionalism really does stifle how Americans see the world and how we, um, view things and our lack of travel. I mean, just take, for instance, the fact that most of us don't even speak another language. Um, I have been trying since college, since about 2006, 2007. I've been learning German. And to this day, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber uh, I forgot how to say understand. I understand when people talk to me and I can read it. But formulating the words in my head kind of messed me up. But American exceptionalism, it does take a toll on people wanting to learn another language. It has us blind to the belief that America is like the best country out there. And even if you do believe that we're the best country out there, side note, I don't believe we're the best country out there because I don't believe any country is the best country. Um, I think we're a great country, but I think that a lot of other countries are just as great. I mean, again, I'm just going to reference Europe because I've been all throughout the European continent. And I've been on the Asian continent and on the African continent. But I'm going to reference Europe here. There's a lot of things that Europe does that uh, they do better than America. There's some things that African countries do that they do better than America. Same with Mexico and other Central and South American countries. So, I mean, we're not the best at everything. Um, we're good at a lot of things, though. But again, the perception that American exceptionalism is the best and that we are number one at everything is just false. That's a lie. And I really kind of wish that more people would see through the propaganda that we've pushed out and pushed down our throats for so many years. Um, I keep saying I'm a lot. But yeah, and then also passports, right? I have put out a couple of videos now, and some of you who have gotten into comments have said you would love to travel or you would love to move abroad, but it's the financial burden of getting a passport, which they are expensive. I mean, I get it. I'm a single income household of a family of three, my wife, my son, myself. And yeah, it's a financial burden. Passports are a financial burden. I truly understand that. So my heart goes out to everybody, not in the Elon way, not in the Muskie way, but my heart does truly go out to those that would like to travel and can't. Um, because like at least you're showing that you want that growth, you have that mindset of exploration. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe that people, we're meant to explore, we're meant to travel, we're not meant to stay stagnant in one area. Um, that also could be because I grew up in a military family, so I moved around a lot, and I never really felt like I had a home. And by the time that my mom retired and my dad retired, they had split by this point. But my dad stayed in Virginia, and my older brother is there too. But my mom, we and my sister, we moved down to Florida, and we stayed there with my stepdad, and you know, um, I still didn't feel like I fit in with the people there because I didn't go to elementary school with them. I went to middle school, but then I went to a different high school, so I just kept moving around. But as an adult, that's kind of made me realize that I don't need to stay in one place to make friends, especially now with social media. You don't need to stay in a place to make friends or have a community. Got to hear. Uh, and I would also say that, you know, even now as an adult, once I'm done with my current job and I'm able to retire in 5 years, that kind of gives a hint as to my job. I don't like talking about it, but when I'm able to retire in 5 years, my plan for my family and I is to move back over to Europe. But that's not going to stop me from traveling. I just want to move to Europe because I want to have a better quality of life, better food options, cheaper food options, but still healthier food options. Better education in terms of safety for my child, better education in terms of the price. I mean, my kid already has my GI Bill, but you know, if they could use that GI Bill and then also just, you know, have a practically free education, because it's not free, your taxes pay for it. But that's the other thing too, right? Taxes. We pay taxes here in this country too. And oh, newsflash, by the way, our taxes aren't that much cheaper than a lot of countries in Europe. But a lot of countries in Europe have better healthcare. They have better education. The only reason America's education system is up there as number one is because of our universities. Our university education is supreme. But at the same time, I would say that given what's going on, that might change soon. So, you know, again, American exceptionalism, this myth, but also it's not fully a myth. I wouldn't say it's a myth. Let me retract that. This idea that, you know, we're number one. We do have the number one education when it comes to our universities, but for how much longer? Especially if colleges are afraid that certain things that they do are going to go against certain administrations' policies, and then they might lose funding for it. So, you know, how does that help us be number one? Also, I'm going to get off that track. But yeah, I want better safety, better quality of life. You know, they really do have it down over there when it comes to the ideas of, what is it? The idea is that you know, work-life balance. That's what I was looking for. Work-life balance. They got it down. And we don't. We like to work ourselves literally to death, not even understanding that, you know, having things like healthcare. That's actually one of the only reasons why I stayed in with my current employer was for the healthcare. But yeah, you know, again, what this person said here is 100% true. It's that mindset, that American exceptionalism mindset. Again, you know, going over the languages, we only speak one on a grand scale. And it's truly sad. I mean, languages not only help broaden your worldview, culturally speaking, but languages actually also help your brain fight against the effects of Parkinson's and dementia and all of those other diseases that affect the brain. Learning a language actually helps fight that off. Passport, you know, the money that goes into that. And then also the idea that people think that you have everything here in America. And I get it, America's huge. We're a massive land-wise country. And yeah, we do have a lot of things here in America that, you know, that you can go see and visit. But at the same time, you can see and experience far different cultures if you book a plane ticket to Europe. And I'm also referencing Europe not only because I've traveled all throughout that continent, like I said, but because outside of Mexico and Canada, Europe is the other continent that most Americans will travel to. The 40% of Americans that travel outside of the United States, they go to Europe as well. So, and then when you go to Europe, you can literally hit. I mean, I've done it on a 4-day weekend. I've gone from, you know, Germany to Czech to Slovakia to Austria back to Germany in 4 days, experiencing 4 different cultures. But on that note, I'm going to end this here and say that this person is right. That's exactly why people don't travel in America.